Hi there. In this video, I will show you how to create a sales page in Teachery with a countdown timer on it that has a unique deadline for each of your individual subscribers on your list. So this is different from the built-in countdown timer that Teachery has, which is for live launches. So that has a specific end date and it's the same for everyone. Whereas the tool that I'm using today to show you this allows you to have a different deadline for each individual person, depending on when they see your sales page or when they sign up for your list, for example. Okay. So for example, you can use this when you have a welcome sequence and by the end of it, you want to sell a course and you want to offer it to them at a discounted price, but only for a limited amount of time. So this can be a number of days or maybe just 30 minutes from when they click the link, depends on your setup. And what I want to show you today is where they can purchase it for $27, for example, and then after their deadline has expired, they can purchase it for $67. There's all kinds of fun things that can be done with this, but this is the setup that I want to show you so that you have like a very concrete, practical example. So generally for this, people would use Deadline Funnel, and that is an amazing tool. I really love it, but it is pretty expensive. It starts at $49 a month, and then you can have 3 active countdown timers and up to 1,000 people going through it. With this tool that I found, it's called Countdown Hero, and you'll find my affiliate link in the description of the video and around this video on the page. It's only $67 lifetime. So you pay it one time and then you can just continue using it. It allows you up to 5 timers and up to 2,000 people going through it. And if you purchase the pro version, which is like an upgrade you can do for another $97, you have like unlimited everything. So that's really, really helpful. The only limitation that I want to share is that it allows you to integrate with like one platform, like one email platform. So for example, ConvertKit or another. There's actually many that it integrates with. You can see that here on their sales page. And even if your platform is not on there, you can still use it. So just make sure that you look into that. You can see that right here. If your platform's not listed, you can still use the majority of the functions without integrating at all. And as they say, that's some next level magic right there. And then there's a video here to how to use it without a direct integration. So it's just 67 lifetime compared to like 49 or up with Deadline Funnel. So I think that's a really, really great deal. It's generally 97, but if you take this coupon right here, you can purchase it for 67. So yeah, I definitely recommend checking this out. But let me not, dwell on that. Let's go. For the example that I want to show you, we need to create 2 payment pages in Teachery and 2 landing pages, which are like sales pages, right? So we first create our course right here. And I'm just going to name this example course with deadline. And for the theme here, I'm going to use minimal, as this video is not about the design and just about like the technical setup. So first of all, I'm moving myself out of the way. And here on the left-hand side, we need to go to payment pages and we click add payment page. And I'm going to name this 27 before deadline. And it's $27. And then we create another one. And obviously you can style this. And if you have done all the styling, you can simply duplicate this page so that you don't need to redo that. But for now, I'm just clicking here on the left-hand side and I'm naming this $67 for after the deadline. And I click to create the page. So now we have 2 checkout pages with the 2 different prices. Now we need to create the sales pages called landing pages in here. And so we click add landing page and I name this 27 sales page. And then you can do all the styling, changing all the copy, all the images and whatnot. And then when you get to this pricing section here, I'm removing the second column because I'm just selling, a one price thing. There's no different pricing packages or anything. So here I click edit payment page and I link this up to the $27 checkout page and hit save. And then I actually, after you've done all the styling, you definitely don't want to do that twice. So you click actions here at the top right and you click to duplicate the page. And then we simply need to change out a couple of things, starting with the URL. Edit page name URL. So now I'm naming this 67 Save. Okay, and now we scroll down and we link this one up to the correct checkout page. Here we go. So now what we have is 2 sales pages for 27 and 67 and 2 payment pages for 27 and 67. And they link to one another, right? So from the landing pages, it links to the payment pages. So what we want to do is put a countdown timer on the landing page for 27. And once that expires for that individual person, they'll be taken to the other landing page where they can then purchase it at the higher price. Okay, let's head over to Countdown Hero. Once you're inside your account, you'll see there is a lot of tutorials here that are actually really quick and easy videos. They're only a couple minutes long, so it helps to just, go through them. But I'll show you in this video as well. Here's the integration section. I'm currently connected to ConvertKit, but you can choose from a lot of others as well, as you can see here on this sales page. Okay, let's go to the dashboard and create your first Countdown Hero. Okay, so we give it a name, and I'm saying $27 discounted course. And here you can give it a label if you want. This is pretty much categorizing your countdown timer. So if you have a lot of them over time, it can help to group them together so you can find them more easily, but it's not necessary to use that. So I'm leaving that blank for now. And then here is the trigger type. And you can see that here you can optionally trigger this hero automatically when something changes in ConvertKit. So you choose tag edit most likely, and then here you choose a tag. For now, I'm just choosing one-on-one services. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I should probably have created another tag prior to recording this video, but here we go. So I'm just putting this in right now. This is not the only way to start this, this timer for people, as we'll see later on in the video. Here we choose the countdown timer. So there's 3 different options. There's one that has a fixed date and time, this one right here, but that is very similar to the countdown timer that you already have in Teachery. So there's no need to use this option here. This one is in an X number of days at a chosen time, but this one is the most relevant to our setup today, meaning in so many hours and minutes. So let's say we want to give them like 30 minutes to purchase at that discounted price from the moment they click the link in their email to your sales page. You can set your time zone, though that is for this particular trigger not very relevant. I'm skipping some of the fields that are not relevant for the most basic setup that I want to show you today. There is videos about all these other options, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is to get this up and running really quickly. So here, what we need to put is the active countdown redirect URL, which is really a mouthful, but it's basically the URL of the page that they see before the deadline expires. So that's this $27 offer. We copy the URL and we stick that in here. And then here's the one that they see after their deadline expires. So that would be the $67 one. And again, we copy the page URL and we stick that in here. This one is if there is no active timer for them. So if someone just happens on your page, where should they go? So it can display like a 404. You can see that there's an example here on this page somewhere. Let me see where that is. It can display something like this, but you can also set your own URL if you wanted to, or simply send them to this page where they can purchase at the regular price. Okay, it's important to put it in test mode because it can lock you out of your sales page if you're not careful. You can always come in here and like put it in test mode and then, get back into your Teachery, but you don't want to be locked out of your of your system pretty much. So put it in test mode as long as you're working on it, and then take that off once you're done. Here we can see we can put a timer on our website and also a timer in our email so that when you send it to them, you can use that. Now, it depends really on how exactly you set it up, whether you want to use the email timer. For this particular setup, I would not necessarily recommend it because it starts their timer when they click a link in their email. So it doesn't, work to put the timer in the email already. So if you click here, you can change the timer appearance. There's limited options, and if you upgrade to the Pro version, you have more ways of styling the timer, but there is quite a bit you can do. You can decide whether it needs to be full width or inline, which is like a smaller option. Align center left, rounding the corners, different styling options here as well. So let's go with this one. You can change the copy right here. You can change the number of days, not the number, but the what you want to put here, right? If you just want to put min rather than minutes, you can do that. You can put a banner text, example banner text, which is what would go in front of here. And you can also add a button if you like. So for example, taking them to the checkout page. So let's just take these off for now and click OK. And then here you can assign tags after or remove tags after the deadline expires. That's a little beyond the scope of this video as well, so I'm just leaving that as that's more like an advanced setup. And then here at the bottom left, you click Save and Get Code. And then here, what we do, we take this piece of code right here, we copy it, and it's copied to our clipboard, and we head on over to the $27 sales page. And once we're on this page, we go to Actions at the top right, the purple button, and we click Add Custom Code. We stick in that piece of code right here and hit Save. And now when we look at the page and we open the preview, we will see the timer at the top. Now, as you can see, the styling here is not great, so we need to fix that. And we need to do that inside here. So maybe you want to use a different option, this one. Let's do that and save it and refresh. So this may require a little bit of, tinkering. It's showing up pretty big right now. So you may want to just play around with those settings in here to make it display better. But that's definitely possible. So now we have the timer on there. And what happens is if someone comes to this page and their timer expires, they'll be taken to the $67 page, right? And then from there, they can purchase the higher price offer. So the final thing you need to do to get this all going and to have people start their timers is to take this link here, the link URL from a link in an email. So you copy this and you stick this inside your ConvertKit email. And then as soon as they click the link, it starts their timer. So you're not sending them straight to the sales page, the one here, but rather you're sending them to this particular link, which then sort of forwards them to the sales page, but then it is tracking it inside this system right here so that they have their own unique deadline. Okay, that's pretty much it. So like I said, there is some more advanced things you can do, which is really cool, but I just wanted to show you the basic setup so that you can get up and running really quickly. And yeah, if you have any questions around this, feel free to let me know. Again, it's only $67 for 5 timers and up to 2,000 people going through it. So that's really quite generous for a one-time payment. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this. Let me know what you create with this. I'd love to hear it. And if you have any questions, feel free to post them as well. Thank you.